Um, but first, I just want to say, like, you guys, welcome to our team because it means a lot to me that you girls like are taking this leap of faith. I know it's scary. I know it's like, like, I don't know if this is the right thing, but I can tell you honestly from I had every doubt. I had every doubt. I had every fear. Sydney actually knows me from a long time ago, Christine, so she could probably attest to the fact that like I'm a very shy, like quiet person, and this is like probably not what people have like pictured of me. But all that being said, I have never ever regretted doing this in any fashion. Um, so you just need to keep it fun for yourself. You need to keep like your why at the forefront of why you're going to show up every day if you want to create whatever kind of business you want to create out of it. And you just need to, just like, you just need to have faith in yourself. It's hard, but do it. So I sent you guys the welcome emails, and one of the things in there that I talk about is personal development. So personal development has been huge for me. It's huge for all, like honestly, all the coaches. I know it sounds weird, like self-help, that sort of thing, but it really is huge. So we kind of say that there's like three different ways to do personal development. And it's kind of the thing that you should do even before you like do your workout and drink your shake once you become a coach, because otherwise it's very easily like people are like, I'll do it another day. I'll do it another day. And then when we talk about like, if things are moving forward, what are you not doing? And that comes up, that's usually the key factor. So there's like different ways you can do personal development. I listen to audio. I listen to things in the car in between, like like you're right on the call right now at dance class. But I just kind of find the time. I carve it out. I do like to read a book too. But I just do like a chapter a day or 10 minutes if I can get through that. And typically what I like to do for my personal development is pull, like I want to have a takeaway from it. I just don't want it going in one ear and out the other. So I try to see like whatever I'm reading about that day, if it translates to something I can just like share to other people. If it's like powerful and insightful or whatever, it usually comes across as one of my posts. Hey, Chels.
Hey.
So we were just getting started. We didn't talk about too much yet, but the first thing that I touched on was personal development, and it's in the videos that I sent you today. I'm sorry that I sent them late, um, but I can catch you up on that part. I can get you back up to speed on that. I'll send you a message after this. But okay, so personal development is huge, guys. You can either do something that is going to help your inner confidence, or if you have a weakness inside yourself, you feel, a self-limiting like doubt or belief about yourself in this, you can read something based on that. You can read things based on entrepreneurship and being, a leader and growing a team. You can read things based on social media. So I didn't know things about social media at first either. And so I just like, one of my PD books at one point was about social media. It was called GoPro. Very good. So, okay, that aside, the thing that I wanted to touch on most was that checklist I sent you guys. Sit down, bub. Sorry. Was the checklist that I sent you guys. I find that for me, I need to see things like checked off, and I need to make sure that, you know, um, it shows that I've been doing something. Because if not, like, I'll sit down and I'll be like, well, where do I even begin? Okay, bring it to me. I'll say, like, where do I even begin? So having this checklist, I know, bring it to me. Sorry, guys. Having this checklist is really helpful. I just print out one for every week and I just like have at it. I try to sit there and do I try to sit and focus on the things that were labeled power hour all at one time. And typically that takes a new coach anywhere from like 20 to 40 minutes. So when I first started and I was in your guys' shoes, that's the time that I spent on the business, just those 20 to 40 minutes a day. What are you doing? Okay, sit down. I made sure that, I got up early, or I did it before I went to bed, or at nap time, whatever happened. But those are the things that the coaches that have all come before, even myself, have found takes their business and moves it forward. What? Okay, no, I'm going to talk to them. Thank you. Put your headphones on, or I will put you in your room. Sorry. So that checklist, did everybody get to take a look at it by chance? You can just kind of give me a thumbs up if you did. Uh-oh, frozen. Yeah, you got it. Okay, cool. Okay, yes, nodding. Okay, I must be on a delay here. It's okay. Okay, so the key things as a coach, I actually was just touching with this on Sydney before the rest of you guys hopped on. But at this point where you're at, all of you, you're going to need to, we're going to need to figure out for you a coming out post if you want to effectively help others and run challenge groups and things like that. So what I would say to do is you've all been through a program except Sydney, she's starting fresh. But Christine and Chelsea, I would, use what you've done already and compile something. Chelsea did a really good, it was not, no Beachbody terms, no things like that. It was just telling how she felt before, what she found, and how it worked for her and how she fit it in. And so what we would do is take something like that and then sort of at the end sprinkle in how now you're going to be paying it forward to others. So if you want my help, I am by all means, I am all for you guys letting me check it out, whatever. If you think you feel I got this, totally fine, go for it. But you can send it to me. Typically, I think it goes best along with a picture. So whether it's a picture of you and your family, or you a before and an after, whatever you feel fits best. But something that's attention grabbing. And so from there, once you do that, you can pretty much go through this checklist without fail. So let me, I'm trying to, okay, pull mine up. So on the checklist, it has things to do daily and weekly. The daily things that are not in your power hour are your shake, your workout, your personal development. I've taken that out of the power hour because I used to include that in the time I sat down and I would still not do it. So those things of working out, drinking your shake, and doing the personal development, have to come before anything. So you guys even might be able to tell some days, you don't see a post from me, and it's because I just go by this rule. If I haven't done my workout, if I haven't read my PD, if I haven't, I will always drink my shake. But I see. If I haven't done my workout or read my PD, I don't post, because I want to make sure that I'm posting with the right mindset and adding value to people. So I just don't want to send out a post to send out a post, if that makes sense. Okay, so the other thing daily is posting at least three times a day on social media, which I feel all of you already do that in some fashion. Kids, lifestyle, something motivational. So that I feel you guys are on point with. And we don't really need to spend too much time on that. But if you have a specific question about it, my suggestion would be to go through someone's page that is a coach, or go through your own and look back at the last 3 to 5 posts. Are you a billboard for Beachbody, or are you? And your people know that you are leading a healthy lifestyle, and you have these goals and you're focused, but without talking about Beachbody. Beachbody spends billions of dollars advertising and getting word of mouth out there and like all that stuff for us. That's not what people are buying when they sign up with you. They're buying you as their coach, because that's always been the missing link. So, don't sell yourself short. Don't feel like you have to put up a stock photo of like Autumn and a quote. Like, that is not what you have to do. Like, people want you, and they want the imperfect you. So I always say just always be working on your perfectly imperfect journey. It's never going to be perfect, but just always work on it. And imperfect is going to be the perfect way to go. So, don't feel like you need to be someone you are not. Just literally, I know it sounds weird, but be you, and you are going to see so much more like support and success through this. Because ultimately people need you to be relatable. And if you're not relatable, then they're not going to feel like you can help them. Okay. So then on the checklist, let's see. There's some daily things on there, like check into the challenge group, check into your team page that you're on. Those are important. You would do them anyway, because you'd be posting your own accountability. But growing your network, adding 3 new friends a day. Sorry about Bryson. It's important to be adding new friends to your social media, because think of it this way. Think if you guys were to post like tomorrow morning or something, your like coming out post, and then you added people like every day for the next like week, but then never talked about your story or you or your journey again.
Mommy,
those people,
excuse me.
1 second, let me finish my thought.
Mommy,
1 second.
excuse me.
1 second.
What's that?
It's a light to make it brighter in here. Those people are going to, when they see your friend request pop up, they're going to be like, oh, let me go look at Sid's page, because I'm not sure if I know her, but let me just see the last like 3 to 5 posts. And if they see in those 3 to 5 posts, they can tell that you're positive, that you're like a family-oriented person, and that you're just someone they should have in their newsfeed rather than like all the nonsense, then they're going to say yes. If they see, but they're not necessarily going to see your transformation that you did. Like maybe that's going to be too far back. So you do have to constantly be, once or twice a week, be sharing like your big story. So I'm sure you guys have seen how like mine come up more often. Just like, as we've all gotten to know each other, it's just not that one time you saw me post my transformation or something about the business or something. You like have constantly seen it. But I can tell you that if you go back and look at my page, there's definitely gaps in there. And you kind of want those gaps because you don't want people to be like walking billboard. So growing your network is important, but making sure that you tell your story, your legit story once or twice a week is key in adding those new people. Because if you're just adding people and not telling your story, they're not going to know anything about you. This 5-3-2 thing. So it's very important, along with personal development, that we are reaching out to other people. It's really, really, really hard for people to have the guts to like message and be like, I want to be in your group and I want to work on losing 20 pounds. Like people are scared of that, and it is scary. So I don't want you to think of it as like you are going and hunting someone out. I want you to think of it as like you have tools in your back pocket from like world-class trainers, a world-renowned company that's been in the business for 20 years. You have these tools. How can you effectively help change lives with them? Because there are over 300 million people in America that are considered obese. And that doesn't even touch the amount of like lives Beachbody has touched. So there are people out there to help. And there are people out there that you can specifically help. Okay, so then the other things I think are easy in there to figure out, check your inbox. The one thing I'll say about checking inbox, once you start messaging people, like this 5-3-2 thing, 5 non-Beachbody conversations. So they're just connections. You're just like making Facebook friends. You know, if you've added somebody and you don't really know them, you're just reaching out and you're just saying, you know, you've seen that they're like a positive mama on Facebook and you want to like fill your feed with that, or whatever you can connect with. Like if you see something and you have a connection with them, like talk about that. And then the 3 is invite 3 people that you've already connected with to your Fit Mom community, Fit Mom Strong community, or whatever you want to call it. I don't like to use the word challenge groups because I feel people don't really know what they are, except the people who are in the business. So if you call it something else and you just break it down for people, they're much more apt to be like, well, what's that? I think I could, like you ask them, do you think you could benefit from something like this? They are much more in tune to, I think so. It's a community of women all supporting each other through their health and fitness online. I don't have to go anywhere. Like, how could I not benefit from that? You know, something like that. So those people that you've already connected with would be the 3 people that you like are essentially sending an invitation to. You don't have to put like a date on it and be like, my challenge group starts or whatever. Because I find that you have to meet people where they're at. You can do whatever you want. This is your business. I just am giving you my best like tips and practices that I found work. I feel like you have to meet people where they're at. And sometimes if you tell them like, my group doesn't start until June 3rd and it's May 11th, and they're like, well, I wanted to start on Monday. Like, you know, that holds them back. And they're like, well, I'll just do something myself. So just, you have to meet them where they're at. So you can add people into your groups, I feel personally, whenever. You just have to make sure that, you know, you're giving them the steps beforehand, like how to meal prep, like, you know, or your tips on meal prepping, like, you know, what to expect when you get this package in the mail of your Shakeology and things like that. Let's see. So, responding to the messages. So I was just going to say, as you guys send these invites and your inbox like comes up with conversations and other people, please do not feel compelled. And this is where I want you guys to like really take my advice on this. Do not feel compelled to just immediately answer back. Like, this is your business that you're creating, and you need the impression that you first set with someone is the impression that they're going to have forever. So if you immediately text somebody back, they're going to be like, oh, that girl's on her phone all day long, and I can just reach her whenever I want. When in reality, like, that's not life. So if you're sending like 3 messages and someone just immediately pops up with an answer, you know, I would just wait until you have your designated time later in the day to like respond to your questions or any messages, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. We talked about the checklist coming out. Okay. The other thing and so what we'll do after this call, since it's a group call, I'll message you guys individually, and I'll have you guys message me individually with your specific, like what you want out of this right now, what you see in the next 12 months for yourself. And then I'll work backwards with you through getting to that point. Because I know everybody's is like different, and that's totally fine. Everybody's is going to be. But the things that I'm telling you are like the basics that you need to just, like, everybody has to focus on, even someone like myself. So the other thing I would suggest, that I suggest to all my new coaches, is come up with 2 lists. One is called your dirt list, and one is called your chicken list. Your dirt list is essentially, if you think about it, anybody who will buy dirt from you. So your mom, you know, just that friend that is like always, always, always has your back. Like that, things like that. I can tell you my dirt list was not very big. It was my mom. So don't feel like you should expect to have all these people that want to like join your group. But your chicken list, on the other hand, obviously going to be people that you would never in a million years want to message and ask if you could help them at all in any way. But just doing these 2 lists will just kind of help your brain get in gear and just start thinking of people. So I always tell you guys to, like, people are like, well, how do I know where to 5, 3, and 2? Like, how do I get those people? So you can get them from any posts that you've done. Anybody that's liked or commented, you can, hey girl, and reach out. Or if you've already reached out, you can talk to them about your online community. And then the lists help for when, you don't have more new people commenting and liking. Then you just strike up a conversation and connect with people. Okay, let's see. So in Beachbody, they've come up with a term, and it's called Success Club. And Success Club means, so for every challenge pack that you sell, a challenge pack is your fitness and your nutrition, so the Shakeology and the workouts. For every challenge pack that you help someone get started with, they give you 2 points. And they've come up with, over the last 10 years of having coaches, they've come up with this term Success Club. And they've seen a trend that if coaches are hitting Success Club 6 or higher, 6 like being the basics, so that's like 3 people, every month, then their business moves forward. Like, it just will continuously move forward. They'll have people who are, staying on Shakeology, because it's not a one-time fix thing. It's not like, do 21 days, drink your shake, and you're set for life. I know that I've gone a few days without having my shake, and my headaches and stuff already start to, I can feel them coming back. So it's kind of, I like to say, it's kind of like birth control. If you don't use it, it's not going to work. If you don't use it every day, it's not going to work. But so I had people ask me, realistically, as a brand new coach, what should I hope to achieve? And it is very realistic as a brand new coach to hit Success Club 6 and help 3 new people each month. If you are doing this 5-3-2 method, I'd even say, people say 7 days a week, but I like to be realistic. 5 days a week, if you can do 5 days of this solid, talking to people, and everything else in your power hour, you will get to Success Club 6. And then, so what happens is those people, if they decide to stay on Shakeology, they stay on Shakeology HD, like you guys already have, like some of you have already been, and they'll be HD customers. They'll be recurring Shakeology customers every month. Then you find 3 new people for the next month, and then the next month you're going to have 6 recurring HD. In an ideal world, you'd have 6. Now there's going to be, it happens to me every day, there's going to be people that be like, I'm not going to continue it. I just can't, whatever. And then I just work with them. We can touch on that in a different call. I'll do a call on objections for you guys and things like that. And how I overcome them and all of that. But, yes. Shh. 1 second. But, so yes, it's very realistic for you guys as brand new coaches to reach Success Club 6. And if you, I don't want you to think of that as some big scary thing and oh, I'm just a baby coach, I don't need to do all that. But if you reach Success Club 6 every month, you're essentially paying for your own product.
Mommy,
so I don't think
I need it louder.
I need you to
I need it louder.
I need you to stop. Maybe you don't have it in right. Sorry, guys. Is it working? Don't yell. Okay. Sorry. And that essentially will pay for your products for the month, which I feel is always important. Right off the bat, that was my main goal as a coach. And then beyond that, anything is extra. And depending on what your specific goal is, like I said, we'll work backwards to it. I did not have a coach when I signed up that was in tune with the business. So the only bit of advice I ever got as a new coach which was actually very good advice for her being out, was to run a group all the time, every month, and give the business 12 months, like give it 12 months, because it's not a get rich quick scheme. If it was, we would be in trouble with the FTC. Honestly, the heart behind the company and the people that are higher up, like there's a ton of heart there, and they don't want this to be something that people are just out to get a quick buck for. They really want to help people and like get them healthy and achieving their goals. So if you keep that in your forefront, if you keep your stronger why, like why you want to like earn this money or do this business, whether it's for money, whether it's for yourself or whatever, you will succeed. You just keep doing those daily steps every day. The other thing that I'll touch on real quick is think, because I want you guys to send it to me with your goals, but think about within the next 12 months too, what you set for yourself. The way we get paid in this is two ways, essentially. Commissions, so just straight up front sales, and then residual. The commissions is great. Hey, settle down. Commissions is great. It's like 25% up on everything. But, you can only like get new people so much all the time. And you're never going to have enough new people that your commissions are just going to be like enough. So that's where the residual comes into play. And that's where most people, like, here's the way I think about residual. It's not me just bringing on people to do more work so I can earn more money. It's that I can't effectively like help everybody that I want to help. I don't have the network. I don't know that many people. Some people don't jive with me, like, working people who don't have kids. Like, there's just so many other people out there that I can't personally help. But if I help one of my coaches get started right and get them training to help other people, I've essentially am leaving a little bit of a mark, So that's the way I look at it. So you have to think about, do you just want to like strive for commissions all the time, or do you want to also help your challengers who get results and also pay it forward? And that's where the residual would come in. And then what can I say about that? So a lot of people are like, whoa, I'm going to make money off people that are signing up below me. Like, this is weird. But we have a very strong, positive relationship, Beachbody does, with the FTC, the Federal Trades Commission, because they are very legit and they do not want things occurring the wrong way. So there is a cap on this residual form of income. It goes in, there's more detail to it, but just know the thing that sets us aside from being a pyramid scheme and from another company that had like health shakes and was in a big lawsuit is that we cannot earn we can only earn a certain amount from our coaches and our team underneath of us before Beachbody cuts it off and they say, you have to continue to grow as a coach as well and have more coaches and continue to grow your business and help people. Like, I can't just find the three of you, like 1, 2, 3, that's my 3 people for May, and be like, oh, I'm done, that's it. Like, I can't do that. I won't make it. They won't give me the extra residual. So just keep that in mind. But if you guys can message me, it doesn't have to be tonight, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but maybe at least by Monday, your goals for yourself with this. If you can carve out 20 to 40 minutes a day to do those power hour activities. And then if you come up with your your big starter post, I'd be happy to look things over, reverse engineer, talk about the post with you, and help you guys get it out and going. If you don't feel super comfortable for some reason putting the big first post out there, I'm happy to put it out there and tag you and make it like I did with Chelsea, kind of. I shared her transformation, and that was before we even she was still on the fence. She was like, I don't know. But she had such a great transformation and such a great story. Like, the people were just coming in droves, supporting her. So don't feel too scared. people will not say mean things. And if they do, that's when I go mama bear on them because I do. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for your time. Send me those little tidbits, any questions you have from this call at all. And tomorrow Bryce is in school, so I will definitely be answering everything. Okay?